311. Oh, yeah, I saw the Anthony thing, too. Anthony called me a comet that shoots through the soul. It's like a 1-minute clip. I saw it yesterday. Anthony said that steel toe's like a comet that comes through once every 70 years. You don't know where the fuck it came from or where it's going. And I was like, that's really nice. I appreciated that. He was like, weirdest thing, the steel toe guy. He just comes out of nowhere. I took that as a supreme compliment. He also thanked me for being a big fan of his. I liked it. Like, people asked him about steel toe, and I'm sure they wanted him to shit on me. And all he said was, like, I've watched his show a few times. It's not my cup of tea. So I don't watch very much of it. He says, I'll watch clips here and there. Cool. Thank you, Ant. I was a huge Anthony Cumia fan. He was one of my biggest influences back when I would watch Opie and Anthony. So, yeah, I thought that clip. I'll admit, when I opened the clip, I was like, oh, God, what's he going to... And then I got to the end of the clip. I'm like, well, that's sweet. Thanks. Appreciate it. And, like, it's really weird when someone describes you as exactly the way you'd like to be described. Like, it sounds like you paid him to do it. He's like, yeah, he's like a comet that comes in once every 70 years, and then it shoots through and leaves, and you go, what the fuck was that? It's kind of how I imagine this show. We just kind of come in, throw shit around, fuck around, have a good time, and then when it's over, people go, what was that all about? That's the indelible mark that Steel Toe wants to leave. So, thank you. And then, yeah, and then when he mentioned he didn't remember Nick Rekieta's name, he just goes, the lawyer guy. I heard he and his wife got involved with the lawyer guy. I appreciate it. Snowcat says, Anthony seems very upset with your friend Gino. Yeah, I mean, maybe we check it out later. I heard that he and Gino patched things up, or did I have that wrong? That Gino called him and apologized, or maybe that was somebody else just fucking around. But I thought they patched it up. Andrew's son says, you probably haven't noticed, but you actually sound a bit like Anthony. I listen to him way too much. I listen to Common Man Dan Cole too much. I listen to Bernard too much. I listen to Anthony too much. I listen to Stern too much because my delivery has kind of become like an amalgamation of all those things. McBuster says, I listen to Howard Stern multiple times a week for over 10 years, and I never even knew who Anthony Cumia was until this stupid verse. Why? What? Dive Bar says, Aaron smells his finger every time he talks about Nick. It's not true. You guys are making up harmful, disparaging lies about me, and it hurts my feelings. Speaking of harmful and disparaging, we've got 45 minutes left. We're $200 away from today's goal. I saw that we were on Lolcow Live with Keemstar. Keemstar is very upset with me. Keem sent me a very angry message back when all the stuff back in May was happening. And he was very mad that I decided to go on. Have I told you guys this before? Keem was mad that I chose to go on Kino Casino rather than Lolcow Live. I'm sorry. I have more respect for Ashton and I almost said Ashton and PPP. Ashton and Worski than I do fucking Boogie and Wings of Redemption. I'm sorry, Keem. It was so weird because it's like, Keem, you put together a show done by retards for retards, and then you get mad that I want to go on a show that's not hosted by the retards. Sorry, Keem. So Keem got a little bitter, and he let some of his steel toe hatred and anger out, and he vented about the toe for a little bit on Lolcow Live. The only problem was the reports I was getting from people where they were like, either Keem's dumb or this is really personal and he's purposely getting shit wrong about your whole situation. And I checked it out, and I'm like, oh, Keem's still mad. I was like, Keem's still mad that I went on Kino Casino and not Lolcow Live. Or, you know what? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he's not still seething about that. But they got a lot of shit wrong. Like, basic shit. Like, you could have watched. I don't think they prepped that show. I think Keem said, let's just do a freak show. And we'll put these freaks on and let them talk. And it's not very well prepared or produced. It's just turn on the mics and let these guys humiliate themselves. And because they've up stuff that's like very easily look upable. I think someone still has a little bit of a steel toe hate boner, and he wanted to take it for a walk a little bit. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Because I pitched him an idea like when Nick was talking about how much he hates me and how he pissed him, I'd like to fight him and this and that. I pitched Keem the idea. I'm like, if you do another Happy Punch like creator boxing thing, put Nick and I on the card. I'd love to. And he's like, I would, but you turned down Lolcow Live for an interview when this was all going down. And he was like, and this was months after. And he was still hanging on to that. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. You want to know what happened? The guys from Keno Casino reached out to me first. That was it. Ashton, PPP, they reached out to me. They said, can you come on tomorrow or Sunday or whatever it is? And I said, yeah, sure. And then Keem asked me, and I said, well, I can come on after I go on the casino. And he shit on the casino, and he badmouthed Ashton and Worski. No, way bigger audience here. You're going to get way more people talking to you on Lolcow Live than you will going on the fucking Keno Casino show on Kick. And I'm like, well, I don't really give a shit about that. They asked first. I gave them my word that I'd show up. And so I'm showing up. I'm going to do their show. And I told Keem, I go, I can do yours after. I didn't say no to going on his show. I just said I have to go on Keno Casino first. No, that's not good enough. So I guess he's still pouting about it. Either that, I'd like to give him the respect that it's personal and he's still just pouting about it, because otherwise he just failed to do basic research on the shit he was talking about. I think he's still a little butthurt that I didn't go on his show and give him the rub, as they say in the biz. And so he just decided, you know what? Let's just try it. When we talk about this, let's try to make Aaron look as bad as possible, which is fine. Like, you wouldn't be the first person to do that. I mean, it's fine with me. It's just, no offense, buddy, I kind of know where the motivation is coming from. And it's grapes you left in the fridge a little too long and they turned sour a bit.
Will Heron, one day I was drowning in lava and John saved me. This guy, he doesn't lie, this guy.
No,
Will
he's
Heron,
a news reporter. He's not going to lie to us.
He's amazing.
Any super chatters out there want to talk about this guy getting ambushed by the fact that his wife is banging a fiend? Anybody? Oh, we got $10 from Will Heron. It says, ha 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 ha. How's that hot tub stream hitting you now, buddy?
Her inmate number. This is, and the county jail number. Wow.